During the American Civil War era, women wore many different garments to achieve an hourglass-shaped figure. This video focuses on the physical process of getting dressed as an 1860s lady. My name is Miriam, and I am the current president of the 26th Pennsylvania College Guard, which is Gettysburg College's student-led reenacting club. In addition to our uniform collection, which we lend to members for events, the 26th PCG also has a civilian closet with clothing for women and civilian impressions. This video will help club members make the best use of civilian clothing or help anyone else to understand the basic functions of different Civil War-era garments. Our look begins with hair, which is a very important step for achieving historical accuracy. 1860s hairstyles feature a center parting with plenty of volume at the nape of the neck. If you can make a low ponytail with your hair, and especially if you have access to braided hair pieces, you can achieve this look. If your hair is too short for a ponytail, historical images show that women simply parted short hair in the center. I begin my hairstyle with a center part. It helps to think of the hair in 3 sections: front right, front left, and back. To separate out your front right section, begin at the parting at the top of your head and end behind your ear. I use this same method to separate out the front left section. Gather the hair from the back section into a low ponytail, then braid your ponytail to achieve the easiest style. I secure my braid with a small elastic, then wrap my hair into a low bun and pin it into place with bobby pins. Try to hide your elastics and any loose ends. For some extra volume, I'll be adding synthetic hair pieces that match my hair color as closely as possible. Hair pieces can be especially helpful for ladies with shorter hair, and they are very historical. I also recommend bun pins to anyone with particularly long hair. When your bun is secure, you can style the front sections in a variety of ways. The simplest way is to sweep them back and pin them into the bun. Here is our very simple 1860s hairstyle, all complete. My personal favorite style for the front sections is pendant braids, inspired by Queen Victoria. For this look, braid each of the front sections, starting above your ear and keeping the braid flat and parallel to your cheek. Try to braid as much of each strand as possible, especially for shorter hair. Secure the ends of each braid, then loop them beneath your ears and pin the ends into your bun. Because I'll be adding a decorative comb later, I'm not as concerned about the ends of my braids, but ideally, I try to hide any pins, elastics, and loose ends as well as possible while doing my hair. Next, I add a headdress, which is a very elegant and versatile head covering. Women wore headdresses or snoods to cover hairstyles indoors. For workwear, a white cotton cap easily hides any hairstyling issues. Outdoors, women wore bonnets, hats, or knitted hoods. Now that my hair is complete, it's time to move on to makeup. This is an optional step, but in the 1860s, women did wear makeup products that were disguised and advertised as skincare products to benefit health and remedy any medical issues on the face. I begin with my modern SPF primer, then use my fingers to blend in a few strategic dabs of modern concealer for a natural finish. I set my concealer with the tiniest bit of powder, then comb my eyebrows into place with a clean spoolie. Historically, women used products like burnt cloves to darken their eyebrows and eyelashes, so I apply the world's lightest coat of mascara before tapping some reproduction liquid rouge onto my cheeks. For an event, you may also want to finish your look with setting spray. I add some tinted lip balm and the look is finished. Finally, we can put together our outfit. The layer worn closest to the skin is the chemise. The chemise is like a long nightgown that fastens at the top with buttons or a drawstring. Historically, the chemise was made out of cotton or linen. It protects the wearer from any chafing from the corset, and it keeps the corset from absorbing oils from the skin. Especially if you plan to use the restroom at an event, I recommend going fully historical and not wearing any modern undergarments beneath the chemise. For the feet, add some knee-high stockings. 1860s corsets provided essential support for the bust, back, and heavy skirt layers. They fasten with a split busk in the front, then lace shut in the back. The split busk allows you to put on your corset without any help. Historically, women did not tight lace every day. I always compare historical tight lacing to modern-day stiletto heels. Uncomfortable, but all right if you want to look extra fancy at a special event. When laced properly, though, your corset should not be uncomfortable or too restrictive. Unlike cheap fashion corsets, a well-made reproduction over-bust corset should have plenty of built-in curves to make it more comfortable and safe to wear. Lace your corset until it is comfortably snug, then wrap any extra lacing around your waist and tie it out of the way in the front. Our next layer is a pair of open crotch drawers. For the purposes of this video, I'm already wearing a pair of modern shorts beneath everything, so never fear. To facilitate all necessary daily activities, tuck the chemise between your legs. The drawers should hold your chemise in place and fasten with a button or drawstring just below the natural waist. Like the chemise, the drawers should be made of cotton or linen so they can be washed after every wear. The drawers and chemise protect the rest of the clothing, so all subsequent layers won't need to be washed as frequently. After drawers, I put on my shoes. Shoes of the era are made of leather with flat soles or low heels, square toes, and front lacing, side lacing, or side button closures. I use a button hook for my boots, so I've included a slightly better view of that process on the right. Button hooks help to fasten small button closures more quickly. As you can see, I still have plenty of flexibility for accomplishing this task in my corset. Next, I button on an under-the-hoops petticoat made of white cotton. Like the drawers and all subsequent layers, this should sit just below the natural waist so it doesn't add any bulk to the waistline. My petticoats could use a good iron, but the under-the-hoops petticoat provides warmth in cold weather and modesty in any weather. If your clothing is really made of 100% cotton, linen, or wool, it provides much more ventilation than modern synthetic fabrics which trap moisture and heat. Next comes the cage crinoline or hoop skirt. In the 1860s, women wore bell-shaped hoops. Under casual work dresses, they wore petticoats for volume, but no hoops. Women wore smaller hoops under everyday outfits and wider hoops under ball gowns for formal occasions. The hoop on the right is a much more accurate shape than the one on the left, but you can see how either hoop creates plenty of volume to help with the illusion of a small waist and an hourglass silhouette. Now, we need to conceal the lines of the hoops so they don't show through to the final outfit. The over-the-hoops petticoat helps with this and makes your outfit look much more authentic. It goes on over the head, and you can hop to settle it into place over the hoops. Unlike the narrower under-the-hoops petticoat, an over petticoat should be full enough to comfortably fit over the hoops. For even more volume or warmth, you can always add another over petticoat. At last, we're ready for our dress. This also goes on over the head. My dress is a cotton day dress which fastens closed at the front with hooks and eyes. Some dresses have a front button closure instead, and some dresses have a separate skirt and bodice. Ball gown bodices fasten in the back with lacing. Full sleeves create visual volume to make the waist look smaller, just like the hoop skirt. My sleeves are bishop sleeves, but flared pagoda sleeves with white undersleeves were also very popular. Pleats that radiate from the waist and wide shoulder seams also further the illusion of more volume in the upper body. To accentuate the waist, I'll accessorize with a ribbon belt. I also add some reproduction earrings and a reproduction brooch to tie the whole look together. Here is the finished look. You can see how all of the different undergarments, accessories, and strategic garment construction create that ideal hourglass silhouette. Remember, regardless of your shape, it's all about illusion and an ideal ratio of proportions, not tight lacing. When it's time to get out of my clothing, I simply unfasten my dress, over petticoats, and hoop skirt, then let them fall from my waist and step right out. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video helps you to make the most of Civil War era clothing for your next event.